doing some screaming. So
nice.
if it's while somebody's talking, yeah.
That's all right. All right.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good
All right, I'm
morning.
gonna tag you guys. So if you guys want to.
Oh yeah. Good morning, Facebook. So you guys, you guys are both looking, so we're not all down looking at our phones.
Right.
We're enjoying our mojo.
We're here.
And you guys, we all have, we're all going to apologize now. We all have our kids in the background. And I just let my kids open up our toy box and I'm letting them go to town. Normally I don't do that. Normally I'm like, you can have like 3 or 4 things and play it with at one time. Not everything, but that's, I'm like, to keep them entertained.
Right. Well,
I did.
We're out in like our classroom area.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's just shaking his head at me. So we will make the best of it, but that is why I specifically titled it "Join Us to Be Moms," so that you understand that it's moms coming at you to talk about this, and motherhood is full of exciting events.
Sure is.
You never know what you're going to get, especially at 9:30 on a Friday morning. So it's all right. It's totally okay. Well, I'm super excited. For those that are watching on my page, I'm here with my 2 friends, Brittany and Mandy. I think it is so crazy. So, Mandy, I finally got to meet you in person. But, Brittany, we haven't met in person yet.
No.
And we will in Vegas. And
Vegas.
I'm so excited for that. Oh, I know. We're gonna leave that out of the conversation.
But you're gonna love her snorts in person too, by the way. We're just as cute.
But it's so crazy to me because I did this with Kelly the other day too. She had put a message out and I responded back to her and I was like, hell, I forget that I haven't even met you in person. Like, I don't even realize that I haven't given you a hug. Because I just feel like we've gotten see, I got Legos coming my way. Lego creations. Yeah, that's big. I just think it's so crazy, and it's one of the things I love, and I love that we can hop on and do these talks. That's for the baby.
Yes.
What baby? Those babies. Okay. Hey. Okay, we're gonna be quiet. Go over to the babies. Take it over to the babies. Oh, Mommy, you gotta fix it. Mommy accidentally broke it. Okay, so we're coming at you this morning because the 3 of us have been taking a proteolytic enzyme. Most people, you're going to hear proteolytic enzyme and you're going to be like, huh? What is that? Because I had no idea what it was. I had no idea whatsoever. So we're going to talk a little bit about what a proteolytic enzyme is. And one of the things that it was created. Most people who know what a proteolytic enzyme is know it because of post-exercise recovery, but it actually is super beneficial in other things. And one of the things that we have all seen a benefit from is allergies, and a couple of us have seen a benefit from it in headaches. And we're going to talk a little bit about why proteolytic enzymes help with those things, and also give you an idea of the science behind it. Like, what is it that's making them work? Oh, they're sleeping. Okay, babies are sleeping. So a little bit of background, if you are watching maybe this on either Brittany or Mandy's page and you have no idea who I am. So I have my doctorate in physical therapy, and I am a certified specialist in neurologic rehab. And up until about 2 years ago, that was my career. That's what I was doing. But now I'm a stay-at-home mom. I homeschool. I've gone through a lot of medical issues of my own, and it's brought me to all of this. And these products, these plant-based, raw, whole food products have literally changed my life. And one of the reasons that the allergies is such a big thing for me is because you can ask anyone in my life, I have been allergic to nature. Like, someone asked me, are you allergic to anything? I'm like, no, I'm just allergic to nature. Like, I'm not allergic to medicines. But I'm allergic to nature. So like in the medical field, I'm not allergic to anything that they're concerned about. Okay. Hey, this is the time Mommy's talking, okay? Okay. Hey, Shay. And so they thought that had a role in my migraines. They thought that it had a role in why I was constantly in an inflammatory state. And I started on these products, and about 4 months ago, we moved literally to the country. Like, I'm immersed in nature. It's trees and grass and pollen and you name it, I'm immersed in it. And I have been able to enjoy every moment of being out here without breaking out in hives, without being absolutely miserable. I'm outdoors. Yes, I get a stuffy nose here and there. I still use allergy eye drops. So we're not claiming that this is going to like rid your body of every allergen that you have, but there is a natural approach. I have not taken over-the-counter allergy medication in 3 months, and neither have my kids or my husband, and that's really huge. So that's what has gotten me passionate about it. But anytime that I find something like this that works, I'm like, why? Why is this working when I've been told that I need allergy shots and I need over-the-counter medication? Like, why is this working better than all of that ever has? Okay, you'll be right back. And so there's I really truly feel that there's 2 reasons for this. Okay, so our proteolytic enzyme has anti-inflammatory ingredients in it as well. So allergen response is an inflammatory response. It triggers a reaction with your white blood cells inside your body, and it triggers your immune system. It triggers inflammation. Okay, so those anti-inflammatory properties, the turmeric, the curcuminoids, those are going to help with reducing the inflammation in your body. Then you have these proteolytic enzymes, and part of the cascade of any type of allergy response is a release of proteins in your blood. Well, the longer those sit there, the longer that it triggers those white blood cells to come to that area, right? So you get, you touch something on your skin, it triggers the reaction at that skin level. It's going to all kind of run to the area that it needs help with the most. And the longer those proteins sit there, the longer that the reaction is there. Okay. So when you take a proteolytic enzyme, which is protein splitting, it breaks down the proteins and allows your body to absorb it, excrete it, do whatever it needs to it. You're going to reduce the time that it sits there. You're going to reduce the reaction. So if I start to feel like I'm getting itchy, like we were pulling weeds in the garden and I started to feel it, I took 2 of these right away and I was fine. I never had a full blown reaction to it, right? So that's part of what's happening internally. However, there's another component to this. So our gut plays a huge role in our immune system. 70% of our immune system is literally created in our gut, okay? And one of the things that's actually derived in our gut are called T cells, okay? T cells are a major component of our allergy response. And if you are deficient, or if your immune system doesn't have enough of the cells necessary to fight an immune reaction, you're going to have exacerbated symptoms, such as really bad allergies whenever you're exposed to an allergen that you have, that your body reacts to, right? So by improving your gut health, which in addition to the proteolytic enzymes and the anti-inflammatory plant-based products in this product, there's also your enzymes, your same digestive enzymes, just not at the same amount. So we have a digestive enzyme. We're all taking that. We can talk to you about that for hours. But the digestive enzyme is a game changer. Well, this product was created very intentionally. And in addition to the proteolytic enzyme and the anti-inflammatory, it also has those same enzymes necessary to break down your foods. So when you take this, it's helping your gut work less so it can do its primary and secondary functions more efficiently. So I love it. And it's plant-based. Even the capsule is it's a vegetable capsule. For kids, I open it up and I sprinkle it into something. My 3-year-old, he doesn't even know it's in there. Now it has to be something that doesn't turn it orange because of the turmeric powder in it. So if he knows that it's changing the color of his food, he's gonna look at me and be, Mama different. Yeah, I know. And then I've wasted a pill and that drives me crazy. But it is safe. It is safe for kids because there's something, and you can check the amounts, and I've done the research on that too. And I'm not here to tell you how to treat your kids or anything like that. I'm here to give you experience. I'm here to talk about the science behind it and why it's helpful. But it's really been like my son, my oldest, I was terrified because I thought he was really developing the same systemic responses that I had. And I was like, this kid's never going to be able to enjoy grass or climb a tree. And we are getting to that point with him now he takes this on a much lower level than I do, because I'm not about to just like bombard his system with it necessarily. Even if it is plant-based, I want to see what his body's doing as a child. They typically aren't as deficient as we are in things. So I'm trying to just gently replenish whatever is missing there.
Right.
But he doesn't hesitate. And that's my biggest thing. I have been afraid of trees and grass and all of that for so long. Like as soon as, I would check the allergy report, and if it said any of my allergens were high, I just wouldn't go outside. And I don't want that for my kids. I don't want that for me. And now I don't check it anymore. I just know that I have something that works, and it works better than anything I've ever has. And I'm not getting injected with anything, and I'm not having to, take something that's synthetic that my body's trying to break down. I just get to enjoy this. You guys can see the trees. That's the trees out the backyard. That's just a glimpse of it. We have this beautiful property in Pontiac, and I just get to enjoy it.
So Liz, you've been on what all, like, just really fast, like how many medications have you been on for allergies? I mean,
so I've gone through what is it? Claritin, Zyrtec, Zysol. There's another one. I've been on the decongestant, the non-decongestant. I've had to stop taking Claritin because it stopped working and switch to the Zyrtec. And then when Zyrtec stops working, I got to switch to something else.
So you've been on all of those different things and have found that this is the only thing that has really helped you. 1 second.
Oh, this is the only thing that like I literally mowed the grass about a month ago, and I posted about it because I was
right.
Like I didn't have hives. I wasn't down for usually something like that would trigger my migraines too.
Right.
A big bug. Oh, big frog. Oh, we get lots of frogs.
And then I had a question too. What about Liz? Now, do you have asthma? Are you asthmatic at all, or anything like that? Okay, and the only reason why I ask is because I'm either hoping my mother-in-law is watching this, or that and I don't mean to call her out, but I know that she has allergy issues all the time. And so does my mom. And my husband was asthmatic when he was younger, not as much anymore. But I know that she literally, she hasn't been able to go outside very much this summer, just with all the pollen and everything. And she gets it was last week. She was, I think she went to the doctor and they put her on antibiotic or something because they were so bad. It was in her chest and she felt like she was almost getting bronchitis, but it wasn't, but it was just everything settling. But I feel like she's getting it more. And I just was curious, does that work for, did you have asthma as well? I just have been, I want people to just
Here's my quick asthma story. Asthma was fully controlled. I had a third child, that cute little guy you saw pop in the screen. He was born in 2017. 2018, I was hospitalized. My asthma was so bad, I ended up in the hospital after outpatient care was unsuccessful. I was in the hospital for 2.5 days. January 2020, I had another asthma exacerbation. They could not pinpoint where it came from. I was hospitalized for 4.5 days. So every 6-hour respiratory treatments, around the clock steroid IV, absolutely awful, which is what really jump started. We started anti-inflammatory diet. I didn't find any of this until December of 2020. Prior to that, and again, I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen to you, but I'm telling you an experience story that for my entire life, I have been on medications and I am on nothing right now. I am on nothing but plant-based products. It is, I will scream it from the rooftops because I have been on medications my entire life. So I was on a powdered inhale steroid as well as a spray and a pill. And I was taking all of that every day. I came off the powdered after a month of being on these products. I didn't even realize I wasn't using my spray, after a couple months, all of a sudden I was like, oh, I haven't taken it. I just kind of didn't need it. So I hadn't taken it. And about a few weeks ago, I ran out of my pill, and I was gonna reorder it. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see how I feel. Like, I know what my symptoms are. I know what this feels like if I need it. I'm not gonna be silly about it, right? I've been fine. And I can't say that that's 100% the proteolytic enzymes and the gut. But I'll throw in there that if you are a chronic illness of any type, you need vitamin E, and you need tocotrienol vitamin E. And we could do a whole other thing on that, but like it's truly systematically, I've added something a little bit by little bit. And as I've added each thing, I've gotten better and better and better and healthier and healthier. And so, yes, I am 100. Ugh. To not be putting all of that in my system is just, it feels great.
Right. And that's really because I know there's tons of people that are always constantly, I mean, I don't have allergies really other than just allergic to dust, which, but I have with the stomach issues, right? Like, that's why that's the first thing I talk about to people, is because I know our digestive enzymes have completely changed my life in the aspect of I don't have to be on any more meds. Like, I don't have to take anti-acid all the time, the drink stuff, I was on the next, they did it. I was on all that stuff, right? But I don't have to be able to, and I'm not trying to get in about that, but that's why we share this stuff with you guys. And that's why we get so like, when we find something that works for us and we're seeing it work for thousands of other people, and it's crazy to see. I mean, I had no idea, but just the digestive enzymes, I was just thinking just my stomach, right? No, it goes into and I've learned so much. And you guys, I want to tell you guys this right now. I got off of my Skyrizi. I did a test, and I was due for my injection. I have psoriasis on my scalp. I was supposed to take my injection, like, I do it quarterly. And it's like one of the best ones, the safest ones out there, which is the only reason why I got on it. But it doesn't really impact it, it's medicine, but it doesn't really impact your organs or anything like that, which was why I had to get on it. So, but anyways, I have a test to say that I have not had to get back on it. And I truly, truly think that is because my gut's in check and I feel good. I don't have, you know what I mean? I haven't had a flare up on my head, and that's the only place I really had it was on my scalp, but it was really, really, really bad a long time ago. And then I was on methotrexate. It's terrible. I was on Humira. I went back and forth, and then they finally got me on this, and I had to find something for me that didn't hurt my liver, because after my son, my liver wasn't good. So anyways, long story short, I'm just so happy to say that I have not had to get back on. I'm not on any medication right now either. So that was the only thing I was on was Skyrizi for my psoriasis. And I did a little test for myself to see. I stopped it. I was due 2 months ago for it. And normally if I don't take it, it'll start to flare up.
Yeah.
I'll notice it. And I think just truly, you guys, because I have my gut in check, because I feel freaking fantastic now with that I don't have any flare-ups. And it has to be, I have to attest it to that. What else would it be? It's all autoimmune, guys. It all stems from our gut.
Right,
so
right.
I have to share that, because that's massive to me. So
yeah, that's amazing for both of you. Like for me, I was never really on any specific medications, and never really went to the allergist, but I know I have seasonal allergies. I always have. And after having my son, I definitely had gut issues. I was super bloated, uncomfortable, wasn't going to the bathroom. My allergies were spiking, like everything. Like I just wasn't feeling right. And I started all from January, slowly, like you said, Liz, like slowly adding one product down, and I'm on all of them now. I don't take Zyrtec anymore. I don't take Claritin anymore. I'm not running for the Benadryl.
Claritin, that's the other one.
I was trying to remember what you said. I was like, oh, I don't know. So Claritin and Zyrtec are the ones that I was taking, and then Benadryl.
Oh, Allegra was another one.
Allegra, yeah. Yep, that's another one. But I felt like I was like immune to them. Like it wasn't doing anything for me. And all the time in the fall and then spring and like midsummer, I would be awful. Sneezing, itchy eyes, runny nose. Like I just couldn't be outside. Like you said, I would always check, all right, what's the count? What's out there? Like mold, trees, grass. Like, all right, we're staying inside. Now with being on all of this, and especially with Restore, I haven't been taking it. I actually don't have my Restore this week because I gave it to my mom to try for her inflammation and pain in her hip. So I am like, all right, take this bottle. I'll order mine. Let's see what happens this week with the mold and the grass and trees being higher. I'm waking up like runny nose, going to bed itchy eye. All right, when's my order coming? But it's a lot better. Like usually, like I would be god awful right now sitting here talking. And I would be running to the medicine cabinet to get the Claritin or Zyrtec and be like, all right, which one did I take last? Because I have to switch it because they're not fully working. And I haven't reached for it this week. So feeling 10 times better. And it just makes me happy that I don't have to reach for that. And I love knowing that we can give these to our kids because both of them seem to kind of have the seasonal allergies like me. My husband really doesn't have the allergies, which is funny. Side note, he was a bubble baby. Like he was allergic to everything on the planet, but now he's not allergic to anything, which is great. So we were nervous for the kids, but it just seems like they just have the seasonal allergies like me. So I love knowing that we can just pop the capsule open and give it to them if they need it. And I mean, through all of this too, like my son, he just turned 2, so he wasn't masked with any of this. And that was my biggest fear with the masks was I was going to like take off the mask and like blow up to everything and be so sick. I was so afraid for our immune system, but I'm so happy to have learned all of this stuff. And like my mind is blown because I didn't know all of this with the gut. I didn't understand that our gut is that much to our bodies and our immune system. So from January to now, you guys, like I have so many people commenting like, oh, you look so happy. You look healthy. Like you're glowing. I'm like, because I am. Like my insides feel better. It made me feel better on the outside, you know?
I actually had the lady we went to dinner with the other night. She told me that, and you guys, well, a lot of you know that I was selling a skincare, and I did that for 3 years. And I mean, my skin was never terrible, right? I mean, it was decent, but when she saw me, she was like, she was like, you're glowing. She was like, and I know that you've been on, but she was like, since the last time I saw you, she was like, you really just look. And like you said, you just looks like you're glowing. She goes, you've been on skincare for a while, but I've never seen you look like this. And I was like, yeah, well, it's because like you just said, it's our insides. My insides feel good. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
And I didn't pay attention to science because I'm so bad with science. And Liz, I love listening to you about it.
She's a lit guru.
But I really feel like I hope and I wish, I don't know if they really did because I didn't pay attention. And I was a teacher. But like talk about the gut more, like get people to understand because I never researched it until now and it is mind blowing. Like just the way I feel now, I have to share it. I have to learn more.
And I'm so excited with like homeschooling that like I'm gonna have the opportunity to kind of direct like our science curriculum, like so that my kids understand it. And they do, like they understand, oh mom, is that my gut pill? Is that my gut vitamin? Is that my, so they do understand it. But I really do think that like this needs to be in common knowledge. Like you don't have to go super in depth. You don't have to get to the nitty gritty like I like to, but just making people understand, hold on, I'm done. Helping people understand that when you're having other issues, when you're having skin issues, when you're having, anxiety, when you're feeling depressed, when you are fatigued, when you all of those things, when you're having a severe allergy exacerbation, when you're having headaches, when they actually have linked poor gut health to the increase in the diagnosis of autoimmune disorders. Yes. Because your immune system is housed there, 70% of it is created there. And if your gut is so bad that it's not creating the immune system pieces that it needs, then your body starts to fight itself and hence the autoimmune disorders. So you really, truly, like it could all start there. But that's what I love about these products. Whether you start with the digestive enzyme, or let's say you need more of that B vitamin support, or you need the proteolytic enzyme because you are, highly allergic and you want to combat that first, every single one of these plant-based products also has the enzymes in it. So it's all going to help you. It's just that the digestive enzyme itself has it at a much higher level. So you're going to get more of it faster, quicker. You're going to feel it, almost immediately. Whereas in the other products, it's at a little bit of a lesser level, but you're still getting it. So you're still helping to treat the gut, affect the gut while you're also, targeting each. And that's why you can systematically then add in different things to help over time to, okay, this is helping, but I feel like I need a little bit more. Okay, then, and that again, so why is this just not on the shelf, right? Why is this just not something you go out in the stores and buy? Because when you partake in these products, you get someone like us that's been doing all this research, that's super passionate about it, that has an entire community behind it, that's going to be kind of like your personal health coach, and be able to say, okay, come to me, ask me questions. How is it working? What's going well? What's not? And you get this customized, individualized support so that you're never having to like waste a bottle of something and throw it out, right? We can help you figure out what's going to work best for you based on what you've got going on. And whether, and we don't have to be a scientist to do that. You don't have to have a doctorate to do that, because we have this amazing community supporting us and they're behind us. And even when I first started, like, I didn't understand everything. Despite my background, right? Despite my healthcare background and having been through the ridiculous amount of schooling that I went through, I still was like, whoa, my mind was blown at how much I didn't know. But then as I started researching it and able to link it all together, that's where it's really become like, this is amazing.
Right.
Yeah, and it truly is. Like what Shay said, your gut is called the second brain to your body for a reason. It truly is.
There is a really great book, The Good Gut. It was actually a book I read years and years ago, but it's called The Good Gut. And it focuses on the gut as a second brain. And they've even got, like, in the back of it, a PDF. If you've got the paperback, it's in the back. I have the Audible, so I have a PDF. But it's got a PDF of like recipes and tips and tricks on all things that you can naturally do to help boost your gut and the immunity and all that. So another book that I would highly recommend. So real quick, I just want to just mention, because we did say that we were going to kind of mention about headaches. So headaches are typically triggered. Headaches, migraines are triggered again by these modulators, these immune modulators that are lingering in your system. And so there's different types of proteins that are related to different types of headaches and migraines. If you're a person who suffers from migraines, one of the things you've probably heard a lot about lately is CGRP, and that's a peptide. Well, a peptide is a form of a protein, right? It's a piece of the protein. And so same thing, if these are linked in the body and they're not, that's why you have CGRP blockers that you take. It blocks the release, it blocks the transcription of the CGRP. You want to get rid of that, because that's what, it's also linked to chronic pain. My kid's being really loud. So again, a proteolytic enzyme is going to help to break that down faster in your body without having to take necessarily something that's also got the synthetics and the chemicals and all of that. But it's the same type of the same basis of what's going on in the body. It's just different modulators that are causing it. But still, you still want to get rid of them so they're not. The longer they sit in your blood, the more likely they are to trigger the rest of the immune response or a neurovascular response or something like that, and then it's going to trigger all the other symptoms that go along with it.
And I know, Liz, you had really bad migraines. I would get really bad headaches, migraines too, but not to your extent. And I used to take like Excedrin, Tylenol, ibuprofen, whatever to help. I don't take any of that. I don't even know the last time I touched that stuff. Truly, like this, it's life-changing. Like, I don't get the severe migraines where like I have to go into a dark room and it has to be quiet. I have to like curl up and fall and sleep it off. Like, I don't have to do any of that anymore. And it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hop in and say something really fast. I take it now that takes place of ibuprofen for me and our family. Like, that's trying to get my husband to take it. But yeah, I typically, that's what I take now. So even like in the mornings after I have some wine the night before, I will take one of those before bed, and then I'll take one when I wake up, and I don't have headaches. So, but I also take it and I know, Mandy, I think you do this too. We take it for like an after workout supplement. And it truly does help with any muscle aches, pain, if there is any inflammation, anything like that in my body after working out. And I notice a huge difference, because I didn't do any of that stuff, before or really after, with working out. And I noticed a huge difference with taking it after. So
right. I tried other post-workout supplements and it didn't really do anything to me. And after researching, I was like, well, why? Because this wasn't in it. But I take one in the morning, 2 at night. Really helps with inflammation. It really helps with healing, breaking down the proteins in your body to help heal your skin, your muscles, your joints, and like lessen that inflammation that you have. And it's, oh my gosh, my knee pains, my ankle pains, my shoulder pains, collegiate athlete here, former coach volleyball. So work out 5-6 times a week. So I started this for that reason, but now with it helping my allergies and my headaches, like all in one, like it is.
Right. And our gut health too. That's awesome that it's like an all in one. So,
and it has been, so I had surgery in February, and for those that don't know me and the surgery I had, depending on where you're watching this, I was hospitalized for 5 days. I had a rib removed, 2 muscles, a tendon cut, and I came out with a chest tube. So it was not a simple surgery. I had severe scar tissue on 5 different nerves from my neck into my arm. It was really intense. And I can't even imagine what my recovery would have been like without these products. I am so incredibly grateful that I found these products just a couple months, like probably like 2.5 months before I went in for the surgery. And I mean, you can't even, there's a scar there, and I always have trouble like finding my scar up here. Like that's how well.
Seeing your pictures when you first came out of it, and I met you in person, I was like, holy cow. And it wasn't that long after you had it. You could barely see anything. And like, you were so mobile.
Yeah. And so, and like, I went for my 3-month follow-up, and he told me that my motion is already better than what he sees sometimes in people at 6 months because of the intensity of the surgery. So I was taking the proteolytic enzyme after any type of PT because my muscles are all waking up. My nerves are waking up. Like everything is having to like regenerate in this area. And I don't have pain. I have soreness. I have discomfort because who wouldn't after a surgery like that? But I stopped taking narcotic pain medication probably like 4 months earlier than they thought I would. I stopped taking, I was supposed to be like alternating Tylenol and ibuprofen and doing that like every few hours. And I was done taking that within a month and a half. And then I was just to these natural products. And when I told them that, when I went back and I asked them to remove everything, they're like, are you sure you're starting physical therapy? And I'm like, no, I'm good. Like I'm good. And I don't have anything to compare it to because I didn't have this surgery and then not have these products, but I can only imagine based on what they expected me to be on and what they expected me to be taking and the duration I was supposed to take it all, that these have done significantly better for my healing process than I would have on the standard regimen. So,
and I'm gonna tag on. What I love about the kids can use it too is I gave Brant. He got probably for about, I don't know how long I gave him to him, but he was on it for after he broke his arm. Healing and recovery within his. So I mean, it's like people don't think, they just think adults. No, like that's what I love about these products, you guys, is kids, babies. I mean, babies, God. Yeah. Kids, pets. I mean, if you have a dog with hip issues, you can give it to your dog. Right. You know what I mean? I mean,
my dog's got allergies. He gets one wrapped in his little
or something. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
Truly amazing.
It's been amazing. And I know it's a Friday morning and I know it's kind of, 9:30 on a Friday morning, but thank you so much to anyone who has watched this live. And if you do end up coming on and watching this on the replay, we should have said this in the beginning, but comment below, let us know, ask questions. Any of us would be happy to answer questions. And we'd love to hear kind of, your thoughts. Like, did you take something away with something? Are you surprised at something? What else can we offer to you guys as far as information on what it is and why we're taking it and why we're so passionate about it. So I hope everyone has a beautiful Friday. I know the humidity finally broke here, so that feels great. Yeah.
I came outside. I need to go check on my kids. I don't know. I left them in there. I'm like, fend for yourself. Going outside. They were too loud for me and I couldn't hear. So
Peppa Pig's doing that for me over there.
See what happens when I go inside.
Yeah, mine I'm hoping was with Dad. Otherwise, he's wandering. So.
Well, he did say he'll be right back. His babies are sleeping.
Yeah, his babies are sleeping. So, all right, everyone, have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend.
Bye, guys.